4, Commissioner Utinko, are you present?
Present.
District 5, Commissioner Liu, are you present?
Present.
District 6, Commissioner Solomar, are you present? Alrighty, District 7, Commissioner Sriram said she will be arriving 10 minutes late due to her laptop overheating. District 8, Commissioner Escobar, are you present?
Yes, present.
District 9, Commissioner Singh said he is going to be absent due to a badminton game. District 10, Commissioner Lee, are you present?
Commissioner Lee is present, but he's having issues with his microphone.
All right, yeah, just saw in the chat. Thank you. And Commissioner Ghosh, citywide, are you present?
Present.
Great. Let's get this.
One more thing, Chair. Commissioner Liu has joined us today. He is sworn in, so it's his first meeting.
Yeah, and congratulations on that, Commissioner Liu. I hope that you find this enjoyable. By the way, we'll be going over this later. Our first in-person meeting is going to be in April, so congratulations on your appointment. Okay, and now we can move on to the roll call. Land acknowledgement. We'd like to take a moment to recognize that while we gather at the city of San Jose, we are gathered on the ethno-historic tribal territory of the Thamian Ohlone speaking tribal groups, some of whom were direct ancestors to the lineages in the Muwekma Ohlone tribe. The present day Muwekma Ohlone tribe is comprised of all the known surviving American Indian lineages aboriginal to the San Francisco Bay region who trace their ancestry through the missions Dolores, Santa Clara, and San Jose. We, the San Jose Youth Commission, recognize the importance of this land to the indigenous Muwekma Ohlone people of this region. We also recognize that the ancestors of the Muwekma Ohlone constructed and maintained the 3 Bay Area missions. We pause for this land acknowledgement as a way of showing respect and countering the narratives and practices that erase indigenous peoples' histories and cultures, and towards inviting and honoring the truth. All right. With that being said, we can move on to our next agenda item, which is public record. At this time, I believe we have not received any correspondence, so we can move on to the, So we can move on to our next agenda item, which is open forum. At this time, any participants are allowed to raise their hand and speak on any item that is not currently on our agenda. 2 minutes of speaking time will be allotted for you. And that is it. At this time, would anyone like to raise their hand? Okay, seeing as nobody has raised their hand thus far, we are able to move forward to consent calendar. In our agenda, these are both hyperlinked. So are there any motions to approve the items on the consent calendar, which include the February 28th, 2022 meeting minutes and the February 28th, 2022 attendance record?
Commissioner Ghosh, I motion to approve all items on the consent calendar.
Commissioner Escobar, I second.
All in favor, please say aye.
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 Any opposed? Any opposed, please say nay. Any abstentions? Alrighty, then we will be moving on with all these items passed under consent calendar. Oh, Commissioner Lee, I saw you unmute. Was that an abstention? No? Okay. Okay, we're good. So we will be diving into our discussion and action items. We only have one action item this meeting, and that is going to be our annual budget message, also hyperlinked in our agenda. At this time, is there any discussion or motion in order to approve the commission budget position message to the mayor and city council?
I just want to mention one quick thing to everyone. So in the previous years, we've done this budget recommendation as like a full memorandum listing out all of the rankings. However, this year we are switching over to a letter format as per some suggestions from the library department in order to have that more of a emotional connection with the city council. So that's something you guys may have been confused about or may have noticed. So just clarifying that.
Are we calling for motions now?
Yes, seeing as there's no discussion.
Commissioner Escobar, I'd like to motion to approve.
Hi, Commissioner Utinko, second.
All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, please say nay. Any abstentions? Then we have successfully and unanimously voted to adopt the commission budget position message to the mayor and city council. Now we will be moving on to item 6, which is reports and information only. First, we will be having our council liaison report. If there's
Good evening. Hi, Commissioners. Yes. I'm Mariela Garcia with Councilwoman Arenas' office. Just one announcement today. We hope that you will save the date for the next joint special meeting on, apologies, that already happened. So we hope that you will join us actually for the Kids Care Fair at Welch Park on Saturday, April 2nd from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. So this event is going to be free. It's going to feature climbing walls, vaccination clinic, food, music, and kids' health resources. And so we hope that you'll be able to attend and join in on the fun. We are also still offering volunteer opportunities. So if you're interested in helping out and gaining community service hours, you can learn more about the volunteer shifts that we have available and also register to volunteer at the following link. So that is bit.ly, so that's bit.ly/kidscarefair-volunteer. So again, you can visit that. It's a Google form, so you can actually register and look at the volunteer shifts that we have available. And that's all for me.
Thank you. At this time, do we have any questions or comments? All right, T. We shall be moving on to item B, which is our PRNS report.
I believe that'll be delivered by Justin Imamura.
Gotcha. Yeah, I wasn't sure if this was our spot here.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Okay.
Floor is yours.
Okay, perfect. Sounds good. Commissioners, great to meet you all. My name is Justin. I am one of the event coordinators with the Parks and Rec Neighborhood Services Department with the City of San Jose. And I just wanted to introduce our team to y'all because we've never done this before, at least when I've been part of the team. We're part of a program called the Placemaking Program under PRNS. And we organize over 200 events throughout the entire city of San Jose and all 10 districts of San Jose, including Viva Calle. Viva Calle is a giant event that brings out over 100,000 people in one day, closing 6 miles of city of San Jose streets. It's available for anybody of all ages. You can ride your bike, you can scooter, you can skate, you can run, you can walk over 6 miles of city streets. And we're doing 2 at the top of the year on May 1st and June 12th. So I just wanted to explain a little bit about our program real quick. I want to introduce you to the team, and they all have my name, Justin Imamura, on it. Just kind of funny. So we'll start over with Ken, and then we'll move across the team. And if you can introduce yourselves and what you do with the placemaking program under PRNS. We'll start with you, Ken.
Hi, my name is Ken Johnson. I'm one of the event coordinators for Viva Parks and Neighborhoods. And what we do, we actually activate 52 parks throughout San Jose. We usually do this, we usually target areas of concern as far as parks. Sorry, it's still a lot over here. but that's what our role is, really provide an activity and fun and entertainment and resources for the community. That's it.
Alvaro, why don't you go next?
Awesome. Alvaro Salah here, part of the placemaking team. I help out with the Vacayes, doing the outreach and communicating with the community out there. I also work closely in hand with Ken Johnson doing the Viva Parks, just echoing what he says, bringing good stuff to the community, activating those parks. Event coordinator 1. Thank you.
And then we got Anthony.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Anthony Morales. I'm event coordinator too with the placemaking team. I supervise the Viva Parks downtown program. So any activations that are happening at St. James or Plaza Cesar Chavez Park, and it has a Viva Parks downtown stamp on it, that would be something that I oversee. Again, we work just in regards to like the activations. We all share the same kind of schedule, I guess you could say. But again, I'm the downtown guy, and Justin and the other teams other guys are with the neighborhoods program.
Great. And then we also have Lisa here. Lisa, I don't know if you're available to talk.
All right, can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Oh, great. Sorry, for some reason I can't share my face with y'all, but I'm overseeing the adoption intersection portion of Viva Calle, which is where organizations can adopt an intersection and basically guide people, the attendees, through the intersection where cars cross. And they also have a canopy where they can promote their organization.
Perfect. Thank you, Lisa. I appreciate it. So that's our team here. And I also just wanted to say thank you for really volunteering your time to become a youth commissioner and representing your youth in your district. I think it's super important to do that because you are the eyes and ears and feet of the youth that's inside of your district. And the reason why I'm a little bit passionate about it is because I was a youth commissioner for 2 terms many, many years ago. I was a part of District 6. The district changed now, but I went to Prospect High School. That's where I went to. And I served 2 terms under 2 different council members when they were transitioning there. So I was a part of, I understand kind of the logistics that goes into it. Had a lot of fun, gained a lot of great leadership skills. And we met in the old City Hall, which is close to the San Jose police station. So that shows how old I am. But I'm still young at heart. And I really want to just echo our team's appreciation for the Youth Commission, because we know y'all put in many, many hours of representing the youth in your district, and you're passionate about wanting to do something positive for the community. And then on top of that, I'm very inspired in just the first 5 minutes of your meeting. And my team member and I were texting back and forth, and y'all run your meeting almost better than most city council meetings. So cheers to y'all. And we're in really good hands if y'all run for city council someday. And I encourage that. I'll vote for y'all. So let's start with a quick presentation. We talked a lot because I know make it short and sweet here. Thank you for sharing the screen. We can go ahead and advance to the next slide here real quick. We're going to talk mostly about Viva Parks neighborhood. It's a quick video to show you about highlights of what you can expect this summer in our Viva Parks. There it is, some highlight reel of what Viva Parks is. Again, we go to a bunch of different parks throughout the entire city of San Jose and all 10 districts of San Jose. And we bring the community out. Everything is completely free. Completely free. I like that background music to everybody. And rock climbing wall, bounce house. It's geared for kids and adults of all ages. Thursday nights are movie nights, and that's open to everybody, all not kid, but youth like movies and stuff, from Despicable Me to Encanto and everything else in between. What is Viva Parks Neighborhoods? You can see it right there. Free events, like I just said. We also have a resource fair, if you will, as well. So we reach out to different nonprofits and other organizations that provide resources to youth and also to adults to get some help, whether it's rent assistance or it's health related, all different kind of things. And really the basics of the program is really to connect the community and to build the community up in these areas that need a little extra love. We can go ahead to the next slide. And what kind of activities you'll see on? A lot of fun stuff on here. Pretty much it's the same activities every night. It's from Monday to Thursday nights from 6 to 8 p.m. starting in June and going until school starts on August 31st, Monday to Thursday. And on select Friday nights, we do a, well, it won't be permanent to y'all here, but it's a wine and paint night. But you don't have to drink wine. You can have water and soda and paint too. But that is available for if you're 21 and up, maybe for your parents. But that's open as well. That's on Fridays. That's something new that we started it a couple of years ago, but we're ramping it up a lot more. But all the free activities, that also is a free activity as well. We can go to the next slide here. And so how can you participate? You can participate by bringing out, if the youth commission would like to be out there, for example, if a commissioner from D1 would like to come out there, and you're more than welcome to come out, share what you do, maybe different activities, or multiple commission members could come out there. It's free. So you could come out there, bring a table, bring a tent, and kind of interact with other people out there. Or what helps too is being able to promote the event. So at your schools, since you're still in school now, and maybe different clubs, if they want to come out here, they're more than welcome to. It's free. All you got to do is contact one of us, either Alvaro or Ken. And actually, Ken and Alvaro, can you put your emails in the chat for the commissioners here to have on hand? That'd be awesome. That way you can promote your program or anything else that's on there. Or just bring out your friends and family. I mean, it's totally free. It's super fun. And we make sure y'all have a good time there. We can go to the next slide. Oh, there they are. Perfect. Already nice. There's their contacts right there. So if you have any questions, there's their contacts. And I am here to answer any questions that y'all may have. One of the main ones that you might have is, what are these events? We have a calendar that we'll be able to share probably by the end of this week. And we're just waiting on final approval by some council members. And once they give us the final approval, we can go ahead and send over that digital schedule to you. So if you're interested in coming out, because I'm sure we're going to be close to one of your parks on the list there. But I'll open up the I'm here to answer questions as well as anybody else on our team.
Just to make sure those dates for these events are going to be on that calendar that will be sent out, right?
Yes, you're correct. Those dates will be on the calendar. There'll also be a QR code where you can scan it, and then it'll take you to the website that will show some of our other programs and events.
And if the Youth Commission plans on tabling, which we do we just need to contact you in order to register, or is there like a whole other registration process? Okay.
Yeah, you just contact us. We're going to save you a spot. So either Ken or Alvaro will be able to save you a spot. You just let us know as soon as we send out the schedule. You let us know what date and or dates you would like to be there, and we'll get you hooked up. The event starts at 6, and we ask if you want to come and table. If it only takes you less than an hour, you can come at 5 o'clock. That way you can have ample parking space, and then you load in all of your tables and chairs and such.
Thank you. For all the other commissioners, are there any questions?
Another question, but I do want to say that this event looks like a blast, and I'll be sure to be there with a couple friends.
Thank you. Yeah, we love to have you. We appreciate it. And you know, as you can tell from the video too, everybody was masked up because during the pandemic, we pivoted pretty quickly here because it was kind of like they give us about a month to plan the entire event for 50 plus parks, and everything changed right last year. So they still required a lot of our participants to wear masks, and so that's where you saw that in the video. But it shows the resilience of the team here to move forward. And you know, I'll also use this as an opportunity to encourage y'all, if this is something you're interested in, outside of when you graduate from high school, if the event industry is something you're interested in, we are totally open to help you out and to guide you down the road. If that's something you're interested in, we're more than welcome and willing to be a mentor, to get you plugged into the right direction. If this is something you're interested in for your career. I just realized my email is not in there, so I'll put my email on here too for y'all. Let's see here. There you go. I'll put it for everybody. All right, that concludes our presentation. Thank you.
Thank you for coming to present to us, and we will be in touch.
I will actually stay on for a little bit longer, if that's okay. In case anybody has any questions that randomly came up, you can post it in the chat and I'll answer it.
Great, thank you. Alrighty, we will be moving on to item C, which is the San Jose Library Report.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Michelle Ornat, and I'm the Deputy Director of Public Services for the library. I just want to give a huge shout out to Justin and the PRNS team. Library works really closely with PRNS on a number of things, and we love Viva Parks, we love Viva Calle, and Maker Spaceship goes out there, and we love to partner with them on that. But huge shout out to Justin and for all the enthusiasm, and he means everything he says. So it's an incredible division within PRNS. So library updates. Really happy to announce that the Almaden Branch Volunteer of the Year Award was Teens Reach President Lori Paul. She has shown exceptional leadership during the pandemic, and she led our teens in monthly meetings and exhibited resilience by leading teens in the Teen Book Display Committee, along with her co-lead, Alexis Wagner. They created newsletters and reviews that teens wrote for virtual volunteering. Another teen volunteer event is coming up with Independence High School. This is with Independence High School's California Scholarship Federation Club, which is led by Andrew Wong. And they are hosting two one-time volunteering events for teens at Educational Park Branch Library. And this is happening April 9th from 2 to 4 p.m. And during this project time, there will be origami crane making for West Valley Library's 1,000 Cranes project. And then April 22nd from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. We'll also be doing some tissue paper flower making and decorating for Educational Park's Cinco de Mayo Library display. I'll put all that information in the chat, including the contact information from Melissa Maglio, the librarian that's running that program. Next update is Jamie Beck, a former CSU career counselor and founder of Career Vision, will be presenting at Almaden Branch in a special career workshop series. The series helps teens and young adults discover interests and passions, prepare for college, and explore resume and job searching skills. The first workshop is on Saturday, April 2nd, that's this weekend already, at 11 a.m. And lastly, as a reminder, all library branches will be closed for Cesar Chavez holiday this Thursday, March 31st. Library will resume normal operating hours on Friday, April 1st. And of course, library's online collection, e-library card registration, e-learning resources, and streaming services are always available at sjpl.org. And I'm available if you have any questions.
Alrighty, thank you very much for your presentation. Commissioners, any comments or questions? Okay, just scrolling through. None at this time, I believe. Thank you again for coming to present. And up next, we will be doing the commission chair report. Let me pull up my document. Okay, May 1st is going to be the Viva event under PRNS. We are essentially going to be gathering an ad hoc of youth commissioners and YAC members in order to host a youth commission service day during the event. The specific details are that our station specifically is going to be at the Martin Luther King Jr. Library, which is downtown in District 3. The hours are going to be from 9:30 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. PST. So that is a grand total of 5 hours of community service for you or your YAC members. We are planning to host an activity such as decorating bookmarks. So I'm going to go through each commissioner to see if you can state your interest or state your YAC's interest, so that Megan is going to be able to send out a poll in order to sort out a date for our ad hoc to meet. So first, Commissioner Chen, would you or your Youth Advisory Council be interested in this ad hoc?
I'll have to check with them, but me personally, I'm into it.
Great. I am District 3 and I'm going to be there. Commissioner Utinko, are you or your YAC interested?
Yes.
Alrighty. Commissioner Liu, are you or your Youth Advisory Council interested?
I don't have a youth advisory council yet formed, but I'm definitely interested. If the date works for me, then yeah.
Perfect. Commissioner Somowar is currently not present. Commissioner Sri Ram, are you or your YAC interested?
Yes, of course.
Great. Commissioner Escobar, are you or your YAC interested?
Yeah, I would love to come.
Perfect. Commissioner Singh is absent. Commissioner Lee, are you or your Youth Advisory Council interested? Okay, that is great. Thank you. And Commissioner Ghosh, are you interested?
I would love to come if it's on a day where I am in town, but I'm not really sure about my availability in April.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah. Megan will be sending out a poll, so that way we will all be finding a date that works for all of us. Okay, and now we can get to the fun stuff about merchandise. At this time, I'm going to be going through to each commissioner, and you will have these two choices. Either state your shirt size, like vocally, or you can send a private message to Megan and indicate that you have sent her a private message, because we are getting merchandise for our youth advisory council, for our youth commission. So Commissioner Chen, would you like to voice it or send a message to Megan?
I'll do the latter.
Alrighty, District 2 does not have one. Mine is a small. Commissioner Utinko.
Extra small, please.
Okay, Commissioner Liu.
Could you repeat that?
Yeah. Would you like to voice your shirt size here, or would you like to send a private message to Megan, because we're getting shirts for our commission?
Oh, medium, please.
All right. Commissioner Somowar, Commissioner Sri Ram, would you like to voice it here, or? Okay.
Small, please.
All right, Commissioner Escobar.
I'm a medium.
And Commissioner Lee. Great. And Commissioner Ghosh?
Small, please.
Perfect. Now that we are done with that, just a little reminder to please fill out the merchandise request form that our staff sent us. If we do not reach if we do not have all of our commissioners fill out this form, then you and your Youth Advisory Council will not be represented by what you may have wanted for our merchandise. There's a ton of options like keychains, decals, water bottles, shirts. You get to pick on that survey. Up next for the chair announcements, the rubric has been finished for like upcoming commissioner recommendations. This rubric ad hoc was solely facilitated by me and Paula. The opportunity to join was a few months prior in a previous general meeting as recorded. And essentially we came up with a rubric that Commissioner Escobar is now reviewing in order to make sure it aligns with our work plan and our core values with equity. Up next, we are going to be talking about the executive meeting today. Earlier today, we had an executive meeting that had an audit for the Youth Bill of Rights. For context for our newer commissioners, the Youth Bill of Rights was originally a document created in 2010 and passed at the California state level for rights assigned to children and youth. The San Jose Youth Commission hosted 2 town halls over the course of 2 years, both before and after the pandemic, in order to track what changes that youth wanted to this document. Then, with the help of Councilmember Arenas, we were able to pass the Youth Bill of Rights officially at the city level in April of 2021. Each Youth Advisory Council had the chance to opine and talk about their specific preferences for the amendments. And I was the one spearheading cross-referencing notes from before and after. We also hosted a training in our commission. Anyways, this audit is essentially happening through all of the current city departments in order to see what can be changed in order for the Youth Bill of Rights to be fully implemented in San Jose in an effective way. Next, we have our survey. So this year, the District 3 Youth Advisory Council partnered with the City of San Jose Public Library in order to host a partnership survey where essentially we asked youth on their mental health, library service usages, policy support and initiatives, priorities, and any ideas, which is an open section, any ideas that they had in order to improve the community. Right now, the responses are about at 600 responses. And from this, the District 3 Youth Advisory Council and Library and the San Jose Public Library will both be following up in different ways. My Youth Advisory Council is going to be taking these responses, picking one, and we'll be writing a policy memorandum in live time for our policy-thon. And lastly, we are going to be having our town hall planning session during our training. But at this time, since the town hall is currently planned for April 11th, I'd like to open the floor up to discussion as to whether we want to choose to continue planning this town hall as the start of April is this Friday.
So when you say continued discussion, do you mean like postpone it or have the discussion now?
Yes, have the discussion now as to whether we'd like to cancel it or continue planning this town hall, because as of now, we are not particularly on schedule.
Yeah. I think, okay, so April 11th, I'm actually in Boston. So my vote probably goes to cancel or move it because the trip came up very last minute for me. But I think we should probably have a vote on it.
To add on to what Yoshi said, I feel like a lot of April is going to be very uncertain because we're going to have stuff like spring break. We're going to have different spring breaks. And then on top of that, just like someone had like Commissioner Ghost has like a last minute trip. I feel like I'm also going to have last minute trips. So I don't know what day I'd be open, and I don't want to say a date and then like kind of flake on it last minute because I know like with college students coming in, I'm going to want to visit college during the April weekend. So that is like something to consider. I don't know if like postponing it to May would be worth it, but yeah, that's just something to keep in mind.
Alrighty, at this time, are there any comments or suggestions as to whether we should postpone or cancel this event?
One thing I also want to bring up, so one thing is that May is AP exam season for I think almost everyone here. But additionally, I believe in our work plan, we specifically said we'd have at least 2 town halls or something, right? So we'd want to like double check that if possible before like making the decision to cancel or postpone.
Okay, then. Commissioner Ghosh, since town halls are technically your jurisdiction as citywide commissioner, will you be able to follow up with an alternate date that works for you as well as facilitate the planning and delegation?
I think before we do that, could you actually double check our work plan to figure out what our exact wording is? Because to be realistic, the alternate date would have to be in May. And I'm not sure how many people would want to do something in May because our participant numbers are going to be very low because of exams. And then our commissioner numbers are also going to be very low on because of exams.
Hi, all. I'm trying to pull up the work plan for you so I can get you that information. Just 1 second.
Thank you.
Yes, you were right. We do have 2 town halls under Objective 2, Action 1A.
Okay.
Yep, confirmed.
So let me pull up my calendar and see what days are possible per se. So April 25th is our general meeting for next month, and that's going to be in person. Following that, let me see what day AP exams end. Because I believe it's like the first 2-ish weeks. Yes, they end on the 13th. So that means I think we should be able to have it May 16th if that works for everyone.
Commissioners, please use this time to pull up your calendars.
Please hit the date one more time.
Yes, so May 16th, which is a Monday.
I'm sorry if this was asked, but I'm like, what time?
Most likely same time as our meetings and other town halls, so starting at 6 p.m. and probably ending around 8 p.m.
I do have a meeting that day, but I don't want like that to disrupt it. I could come late, so.
Okay. Let's see, this one, I believe the speakers we already have, but we need to confirm the dates with them. So Commissioner Utinko, before we like finalize it, at some point today, could you send off an email to them?
Yes.
Thank you so much. Okay. And then we're going to need to redo the flyer and the registration form will need to be updated. So flyer will be Commissioner Singh, but the registration form, Commissioner Chen, could you update that?
Yeah, I will.
Okay. And the things that I'm saying, probably we should get it done today. So that way we can like send it out like in a timely manner. And then from there is, I believe our slide deck and all that stuff is also set up. It's just we need to have the date that works for us, right? Okay, cool. So in that case, I think if everyone's good with May 16th, we can just move forward with that date. Should we motion for that or?
Oh, no, this is not going to be we can, yeah, we do not have to motion on changing dates. So just to get a final head count, Commissioner Chen, May 16th works. But District 2 is absent. I am the District 3 Youth Commissioner, works for me. May 16th is the new date for the Environmental Town Hall. Commissioner Utinko.
Works for me.
All right, Commissioner Liu.
Works for me.
Commissioner Somowar is currently not present. Commissioner Sriram.
I think it should work for me, but I am taking an AP exam on the 20th because it's a late one since I have to miss one of the early ones. But I should still be able to make it most likely.
Okay, that works. Commissioner Escobar, yes, you just confirmed. Commissioner Singh is currently not present. Commissioner Lee?
I believe he said in the chat that he may also end up coming late.
Oh, thank you. All right, and Commissioner Ghosh. Alrighty, looks like we are good to go. And just for the record, that was a count on how many commissioners could make it to the May 16th Environmental Town Hall. That was not a vote. All right, and I think this should be hopefully, nope. One more thing. We are going to be having a spring ad hoc meeting for the NSE report in order to flesh out and finalize everything. The presenters currently are myself, Vice Chairperson Escobar, and Commissioner Sri Ram. And the memorandum authors for the memorandum we have to send off to the NSC Commission are Commissioner Sri Ram and Commissioner Chen. Just to check up, Commissioner Sri Ram and Chen, are you both still okay with your allotted responsibilities?
Yeah, sure.
Great. Okay, then at this time, can we find a date in April in order to finalize our NSC report together in person? For example, would Saturday, April 23rd work with y'all?
Just clarifying, this is for only the commissioners you mentioned, right?
Yes, just those. Yeah. Okay, Commissioner Sri Ram, for the time, what time works for you?
Anytime after like 2 p.m.
Got it. Commissioner Chen, is Saturday, April 23rd after 2 p.m. good for you as well?
I believe so, yeah.
All right, and Commissioner Escobar, is Saturday, April 23rd also good for you for after 2 p.m. also good for you for finalizing the NSC reports?
I want to say yes right now, just in case, but I think it should be fine.
Okay. Alrighty then, that is going to conclude my chair report. Now we are going to move on to commissioners' reports per city district. So District 1, Commissioner Chen.
All right, I'll try to keep this short. So basically, my yak and I have been working on 2 policy proposals. We intended to try, our original goal was to present them at today's meeting. Unfortunately, things did not work out that way, but I will 100% definitely get it on next month's agenda and hopefully both of them. And yeah, that's basically what we've been up to. The mental health there, that's a work in progress as well. I have people in my yak beginning to organize it. I think we're looking at sometime in May, maybe or start summer as a good time for that.
Alrighty, thank you. District 2 is vacant and I'm District 3. So as aforementioned, we had our annual survey partnership with the San Jose Public Library Department. I would say it is going well. We have a fairly good open and click rate as well as over 600 responses. And in the future, we are planning our policy-thon in May as soon as the survey closes on April 15th. Commissioner Utinko, do you have your report?
I do. So currently Mayak is wrapping up a food drive that we did in partnership with Martha's Kitchen, which is a local soup kitchen. And we have 3 locations and I hear that it's going pretty well. We also concluded with a date for our AIM conference. It'll be April 30th. As far as speakers, I don't know what they're doing, but but I hear it's going well. Yeah, thank you.
All right, Commissioner Liu, I know that you are new and just appointed. So for your report, could you outline your goals for the future?
Yeah, in the near future, I plan to focus on getting my yak together and basically starting from there.
Perfect. Commissioner Somawar is currently not present. Commissioner Sriram.
So right now we're working on one policy proposal, although that's been moving a bit slowly because people keep forgetting that there are meetings. And then we're also still in contact with different schools to see what we can do about safe spaces and mental health.
That's great. Commissioner Escobar.
In my district right now, we're working on focusing more on event proposals just because of the year with the policy. And I'm trying to be more connected again to my council office. So I'm trying to meet with them regularly so we can complete outreach as necessary.
Thank you. Commissioner Singh is currently not present. Commissioner Lee.
Just to read out what Commissioner Lee typed into the chat. Nothing much new from District 10. We've welcomed a group of new members to the team and we'll be having a briefing meeting with them soon. At the same time, we are trying to address a few members who come and go during our meetings, like with Commissioner Sriram's yak.
Perfect. Thank you. And Commissioner Ghosh.
Okay, so the first thing that we've done as like a full commission is we just approved our budget letter, which, as I mentioned previously in the meeting, it changed from memorandum format to a letter. Additionally, we have yet another blog post posted. Thank you to District 3 and Commissioner Huang for helping to organize this blog post. And I think that's pretty much it. We have the May 16th town hall coming up. But apart from that, we've got a couple of blog posts coming up, such as the commissioners who are leaving, like we're doing a little interview blog post with them once I get everyone's essays, well, not really essays, but like answers to the interview questions. And then after that, I might also include a blog post for the commissioners that are staying on for next year afterwards. All right, I think that's it for me.
Perfect. All right, we can move on to our next agenda items. So items for future commission meeting agendas. Commissioner Chen?
I think I'll email them in. I don't have a set description, but 2 policy proposals.
Perfect. Currently, I do not have anything on the meeting agenda for the next commission meeting. Commissioner Utinko?
None for me.
All right, Commissioner Liu, are you expecting a policy proposal soon, or would you prefer to spend this month like getting your yak together and stuff?
Yeah, I'm probably gonna spend my month getting the yak together.
Perfect. And Commissioner Somawar is not currently present. Commissioner Sriram, do you have anything for the future commission meeting agendas?
I don't think so. If I have anything, I'll probably email it.
Perfect. Commissioner Escobar?
Probably the event proposal, but I don't have that guaranteed. I'll let you guys know.
That works. And Commissioner Singh is currently not present. Commissioner Lee? Got it. Commissioner Ghosh?
First thing is I want to check in to make sure that our next meeting is in person at City Hall, right?
Yes, it is. Council chambers.
Okay, cool. And then the other thing is that we have the end of the year graduation event. I believe we said June on the 2nd weekend.
Yeah, currently it's set for June 10th. However, we are going to be rescheduling due to catering as well as graduation parties that other high schools will be hosting.
Right.
I will be calling the commissioners individually to make sure that the date still works for them and their graduations.
Okay, what's the tentative date as of now?
Oh, June 10th. Yeah, Friday, 2nd week of June.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. And then for that, I think it might be a good idea to quickly go over the stuff we need to plan out for that event. So like who's doing whose speeches, just a friendly reminder at the next training.
Yeah, hold on. Let me get my documents together. One second, I think there's background noise. Okay, let's go. Commissioner Chen, you are going to be doing you are going to be doing Youth Advisory Council nominations at this time. Do you have any members you'd like to nominate for embodying the core values of the Youth Commission?
I need to think about that for a little bit. I'll let you know later.
Right. As for future commission meetings agendas, maybe we can put this planning event on the special meeting training agenda for April as well. So we can skip the YAC nominations as of now, since it is going to be too early. Heads up for the end of the year event, by the way, I'm going to be creating an Eventbrite today to make sure that we have enough people registered and everyone accounted for, because we need to reserve like our catering early. So the cutoff date for our Eventbrite registration for all Youth Advisory Council members, commissioners, and families and relatives is going to be April 15th. This means that if you, a family member, your YACS family member, wants to come to this event, but just so happens to want to register after the 15th, they may not be able to do so. So please be sure to meet that deadline, as I will be making that Eventbrite today to make sure we have all the catering stuff in order. The tentative date, I'm going to be calling each of you individually about that right after this meeting to make sure this date, actually, you're all on the call right now, so it would make more sense. Commissioner Chen, does June the 10th work with you, and does it conflict with Harker High School's graduation?
I don't think it will actually, because not because of my graduation, I think, but because my sister's graduating from college. So I'll be on the East Coast at that time. Yeah.
And just to confirm, you will not be available on June 10th?
No, I don't think so.
Right. Okay. Good thing. Okay, so when is your sister's graduation?
Like that time period, and I need to go to the East Coast, so I can travel and everything.
All right, so do you propose we move this into May in order to avoid graduation?
Late May would be ideal for me personally.
Late May, okay. Would that be see, our last commission meeting is the 23rd, so would Saturday, May 28th work for you?
I think I'll be in Atlanta at that time. Okay, early June also works for me. So like June, for example, the weekend after May, June 5th, I think that should work for me. Or like that weekend, the weekend after May 28th.
Okay. So does June 4th work on you, because June 5th is a Sunday?
Oh yeah, June 4th.
June 4th, okay. June 4th also works for me. However, Commissioner Utinko, does that conflict with your graduation, June 4th?
Mayhaps.
Ooh.
I think it'll be fine actually. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Commissioner Liu, I saw on your appointment that you are appointed for a 1-year term. Is this correct?
I believe so, yes.
Great. So you are going to be considered an exiting commissioner, and we're going to be adding you to our responsibility tracker, which is going to be handled at our training. At this time, since this is a commission general meeting, which is usually reserved for discussion items as well as voting, I believe it is in our best interest to move this entire discussion to a training where we can properly flesh out the details about this end of the year event. Mr. Sana, would that be a good idea?
Yes, absolutely. I think that's a fair idea to go over this in training, because it does sound like it does need a little bit more to go over.
So
Yeah.
one thing I wanted to just say, just so it might speed things up, why don't we have the commissioners figure out the date stuff in like the Discord or group chat? Because that's not something that needs to be done at a public meeting, I believe. And then we can finally bring it up at the training. So that way we don't have to like talk about like all of our personal commitments on a live stream and stuff.
Yes, exactly.
Perfect.
That's a good point. Just so you all know that the end of year event is open to the public. So just be aware of that as well.
Alrighty.
I also just want to set expectations of what's currently on the schedule. We currently have June 10th booked. That physical space in the rotunda is booked. So we will do our best to figure out an alternative date, but I just want to set the expectation that that date might not be movable.
I see. Yeah, especially since our deadline is for the 10th was the 25th of March. So if anything, we're going to push it back later instead of pushing it up. But that's for the training. All right, we can move to the next agenda item if there are no further comments. Adjournment. The magical word. All right, this meeting is adjourned at 7:29 p.m. PST. The next regular meeting of the Youth Commission will be Monday, April 25th, 2022 at City Hall Council Chambers and Zoom at 6:30 p.m. So this is going to be a hybrid event. I encourage all commissioners to come, as this is going to be a nice experience as your, I'm assuming, first time sitting in a chair officially at council chambers. So please do come. The expectation is that we all arrive promptly at 5:45 p.m. at a central location so that we can all go into council chambers as one unit so that the security is like good to go with us. All right. And with that being said, meeting adjourned. Commissioners, you are free to leave.
Bye, everyone.
Nicole, quick question.
Mm-hmm.
Have we figured out what central location we're going to be meeting up in?
No, we are going to be talking about